next speaker is a lifelong entrepreneur. He's originally from London, now living in the beautiful island of Mallorca. He has joined LifeWave on his birthday in 2022, and he hit the rank of Senior Presidential Director within 14 months. His team was the team with the most rank advancements in 2023 in Europe. He loves to inspire others. Help me welcome George Kedourie.
Bom dia Portugal, o buona tarde Portugal. Vengo de Mallorca. Oh, sorry, I'll go to English because of the translation. I come from Mallorca, so I understand a lot of Portuguese porque os mallorquins parlam assim. Okay. So guys, did you love the energy? Mallorquina. Bonus. Guys, did you love the energy today here? Did you love the energy from Steve and Gina? Yes. Did you love the energy from Rita, who just left the room? Yes. Yeah. Wonderful. So look, I hope I can bring you something useful from my experience with LifeWave. And I'm going to tell you something. I was never going to do this again. Never going to do network marketing again. Maybe some of you had the same experience. In the mid-2000s, I worked with a network marketing company, and great company, great product, but as I talked about yesterday, vitamins, everybody's got vitamins. You're going uphill with the wind in your face. With LifeWave, you're going downhill with the wind in your back. So, I'll tell you a little bit of my story. In my health life, I had a cough. I would cough every day, 4 to 5 to 6 times a day for 4, 5, 6 minutes. An explosion of cough, and anybody who didn't know me would think I was dying, and the other people there would say, ignore him, that's him, forget about it. So I've been to many doctors, lung specialists, colonoscopy, endoscopy, MRI scan, nuclear scan, all sorts of things for about 30, 40 years. Took about 8 months, 9 months. I didn't want to say it out loud, but thank you, David Schmidt. Thank you, X39. I barely cough anymore. So this is something wonderful. Then something else. In my money life, I don't know about you guys, but COVID killed my businesses. I had 3 businesses. One of my businesses survived. 2 of them died. One was a project for the restaurant business, so I couldn't have picked something better to have just before COVID. Anyway, so I saw David Schmidt in a video. I think I said this yesterday, that somebody said to me, I want to tell you about stem cells, and I said, really not interested, no. Made from stolen placenta, aborted fetuses, other species, I'm really not interested. Please watch this video. So I did. And when I saw David Schmidt speaking to health professionals, I thought, what a humble man, and if this is true, it's revolutionary, and I want to try it. And then the first thing I did, because I said I want to try it, I want to talk to somebody who's been working in this business for a while. And thus I met a guy called Javi Solis. I would call him my active working upline. And Javi told me about his son with his autistic child. Amazing story. And anyways, we had a call, we understood each other very quickly, and then we had a second call, and I said to him, I gotta go in 4 minutes, it's my birthday. He said, I don't believe it, it's my birthday too. And we've been working together ever since. So, he helps me, and I help people. You heard me yesterday talking about helping people, be kind, and sometimes give a kick. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. So, I'm gonna tell you, oh, by the way, I'm super excited. Yesterday I told you about a lady who came in with a starter pack, had no money. She just hit presidential director in South Africa 30 minutes ago. So her name is Sandy Feist, and we're super excited. And she just sent greetings to the whole room, because we're going to have a meeting in South Africa in 3 weeks with, hope the room is almost as big as this. So. I'm going to tell you 3 or 4 stories, because when you start, you don't have any stories. And what I thought when I started, in that first call with Javi, Mike Hernandez, you might know, some of you know him, some of you have heard of him, came on the call and he told me every day I get testimonies. And I went, I'll believe the guy, but I'm going to be a little bit careful. You know, so I get testimonies every day. It's something very, very, very special. So what I want to say is we're offering 4 things here. We're not just offering improved health and wellness. That may not seem obvious to you if you're at the beginning. We're also offering emotional health. What do I mean by emotional health? When people tell me, it's very hard for me to be in a bad mood now. Or when they tell me, you cannot believe the joy this has brought to our family for the improvement of this person, about her mother who had diabetes and her sugar levels went to normal. You cannot believe the joy this has brought to our family. This is emotional health that ripples out into the world. This is our job and our mission and our task to get X39 to the whole world, because the ripple effect of that happening out into the world is going to be very powerful. Number 3 is spiritual health. Again, it's a little bit subtle, but when I get these testimonies every day, and I'm going to tell you 3 of the stories, when I get these testimonies every day, I can get goosebumps. I'll tell you 3, maybe 4. So there's a lady, I don't know if you know what trigeminal neuralgia is. She had 6 to 8 attacks a day in South Africa. She said to me, I'd rather have 10 babies than 1 attack, and I've had 10 years of these attacks. Somebody went around to her and said, I'm going to stick a patch on you. She said, what are you, crazy, a patch? Within 15 minutes, the pain dropped in half. And in the following 3 months, she only had 10 attacks. Then she said, I'll work on my diet and my supplementation. Now, she said to me, I can barely remember I suffered that for 10 years. These kind of stories are incredible. Another man, a gentleman, I visited him in his home in Texas, 7 years in a wheelchair. After 3 weeks, he gets out of his wheelchair. His doctor takes him off insulin, takes him off oxygen. Another story, a lady, she had a car accident. She was semi-paralyzed. 10 years she hadn't been able to drive a car. 10 years if she had a family lunch or dinner, she had to go to bed for 3-4 days. Within 11 days of X39, her husband saying, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. She's got her life back completely, 100%. So, things else that I want to say. What we have with LifeWave and what we have with the This Is It team, because all of you guys are in the This Is It team, we have great leadership. We have a company which is, the idea came from and driven by the vision of David Schmidt and his very, very special mind. You heard what I said to him yesterday. I told that story. And we also have the leadership of the This Is It team, Steve and Gina, to guide us and help us with lots and lots of tools and so on. So I was saying we were offering 4 things. I didn't talk about number 4. Number 4 is financial health for people. Now, I'm going to ask a question because every country is different, and I've got to say, by the way, Portugal, thank you. You're so inspiring, and I want to see a room as big as this in Spain, but let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay, so the other thing we're offering, let me ask you a question. Who here has had financial anxieties or is living now with financial anxieties? I'm seeing hands going up, some hands, a few hands, more hands. Okay, so now, and who here has heard other people say, I'm interested in health, I like health, but I'm not interested in money. Have you heard people say that to you? Oh yeah, I got an echo there. So what I want to say is something that's maybe not that intuitive, or it's a little bit counterintuitive. The money we receive from LifeWave is an expression of the success we have in helping people. So now, if you want to receive a lot of money from LifeWave, do me a favor, stand up and put your hands like this. I want to receive a lot of money from LifeWave. Come on. Yeah. Come on, yeah, that's it. Feel it, feel the money, feel the help. The help that you're giving people turns into the checks that you get from LifeWave. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay. Now, thank you so much. Thank you, Portugal! 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 So, I've got to say some things here. This LifeWave is something very different from every other network marketing company. Why? Because we are purpose-driven. We are not ego-driven. I want to repeat that. We are purpose-driven and not ego-driven. I've met lots of other network marketers in my talking to people, and I've come across the guys like, that's not what we do. We are here to help people with their health and with their wealth. So, another thing, we talk about network. Network marketing, not net play marketing. So guys, take this serious, don't play with it, really give it your heart, give it your attention, give it your strength, and you will see the result. Whatever your result, from where you want to be to where you want to go to, you will get that if you put it in your mind. And like the man called John Maxwell, who was at the event in Orlando last year, I don't know if you know him, John Maxwell, I'd never met him, but he said this, he said, I guess he's in his mid-70s, maybe 80, something like that. And he said this, I need to chop a tree down. I need to chop a tree down. He said, but I can't chop a tree down. Look at me. Look at the age I am. He said, but I've got a very sharp axe. So what I do is I go every day with my sharp axe and I hit the tree 5 times. He says 5 times, but I do it every day. Every day. But people said to him, but you mean every day? Yes, every day, not all day, every day. This is something really key. Do this every day, and the things that you want in your life will come to pass. Now, 2 more things. He said, I don't go to 5 trees or 10 trees, I go to the same tree. So I'm going to say it another way. I have a friend who hunts rabbits. Okay, I don't know if you hunt rabbits in Portugal, yes. But this friend of mine, I said to him, can you hunt 2 rabbits at the same time? And he fell over laughing. You can't hunt 2 rabbits at the same time. So stay with LifeWave. Do it. Don't get distracted. Okay, I want to say a couple of other things. Yeah. So 80% of this story is the work we do on ourselves. You've heard, the system is simple. It takes a little bit of time to figure it out, and I tell people, don't try to understand it all in the beginning. Don't try and put it all in your head. Some people are mathematic people, some are not. I told one person recently, you will never be able to explain how the money works. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. Just say, it works for me, and if you really need to know, there's the information out there. But don't bother. Another thing, don't try and become doctors. I give respect to all the doctors, and I see that you guys have a lot of doctors in your team. And it's wonderful to have doctors in the team, but some people think, if I don't have a doctor, I'm not going to be successful. No. It's great if a doctor actually ends up in your team, and doctors end up giving help to the rest of the team and some credibility. Every little bit helps, but with respect to all the doctors, you don't need to have doctors in your team for this to be successful for you. Now, another thing, because Seb, I love how you explain it, but most people couldn't do that. Maybe I can because I've been talking for a bit. I'll tell you a story. A lady, very uptight lady in London, she's with me. I told her what I was, she said, what are you doing? I told her, she said, are you medical? I said, no, but I'm a good talker. She didn't talk to me anymore after that. Oh, by the way, and when people are not interested, I don't waste my time and energy. I go do little seeds. Let me tell you the story. For example, I'm on a plane, and there's a lady on the other side of the aisle. Oh, hi. She smiles at me. Hi, where are you from? I'm from America. I'm going to Barcelona. I'm going to Madrid. I say, hey, I'll tell you this restaurant in Barcelona, and if you go to that hotel to the top floor in Madrid, you can see the whole of Madrid. Oh, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. What do you do? She says, I work with ADHD children. I said, oh, maybe I should tell you about what I'm doing. And I told her for 30 seconds, and she starts laughing at me in her eyes. And I said, you know what? If you want me to tell you any more, I will. She says, no, I'm good, thank you. So, I'm good, thank you. And she didn't look at me again the whole flight. Don't waste the time with the people who don't want to do it. Some will, some won't. So what next? That's posture. You have to have posture. You have to have that attitude. Some will, some won't. So what next? every day, every day. One more thing, two more things, languages. So the more languages we speak, the better, because we can reach more and more people in the different languages. But if you only speak one language, think of the people who you know who speak more than one language, because you can reach to English people, English speakers, you can reach to French speakers, you can reach to German speakers, and through the people you know. Another one. We have a list of 87 countries, so click on the flag at the top, and look at all the countries, even read them out loud. Read out the names of the countries, because people will come to your mind in those countries who you haven't even thought of. And then that's another thing. I'm not really a list maker, even though I did make a list at one point, but people come to my mind. I kind of wake up and I go, hi, that person, I need to read. So pay attention to what your mind's telling you. I've got a few people in my first line who were in my first line because I just woke up thinking about them and hadn't thought about them for years. So another little tip, which can be useful, go back through your WhatsApp for the last 10 years. Go back through your Messenger, go back through and see the people who you haven't thought of for a long time, and you go, maybe I need to talk to them, maybe I need to tell them something. Okay, and then I guess, I'm not sure where the 20 minutes is. Alexander, am I looking? I got 3 to 4 minutes, all right. So here's another one. I don't know if you guys have these, use these, but I love these little envelopes. They're 10 envelopes for €6. You get them from LifeWave. I use them all the time because when I give people 3 patches, and we can talk about giving patches, I keep these in my pocket, and it's a great presentation. It's much better than just giving them patches alone or in a used sleeve. So, and then I put my business card in and just give them. Now, about giving patches, I know a lot of people who gave a lot of patches without a result, and maybe they gave too many, and maybe I did in the past as well. So I give patches to people, but I don't give patches to people because I've got something that's so valuable that if they aren't going to give it regard, I don't want to, give them the patches. So they have to commit to me. So I'm happy to give you some of these patches, but you've got to use them. Are you going to use them? I'm going to call you tomorrow and make sure you use them. I had a few experiences. One of my friends, I gave him 10. Next day I said, did you put the patch on? This was at the beginning. He said, oh, my wife put them in the washing machine. Will they still work? Okay. Then another guy, I gave him, he's a builder, and he came, his arm like this, and I said, I'll give you some patches. And I called him, I didn't hear anything, so I called him like a week later, and I said, how did it go with the patches? He said, I forgot to use them. I said, well, you better start. So now, whenever I give patches, I call the people the next day and see what the result is. And you will find that some people have an immediate result. And they'll call you the next day and say, where do I get those? And other people, they don't. And I guess I'll leave you with this last thing, because this is, again, about posture. I'm in a big hurry, but I'm never in a hurry. I'm never going to show anybody that I'm in a hurry. I have people who say to me, I'm going to sign up. And I say, well, we can do it tomorrow if you like. And then they go silent. And I'm not going to get in touch with them until they get back in touch with me, because I'm doing them the favor. They're not doing me the favor. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say thank you. And buon Stato.